Hello, I'm Rob, I have brick and mouse syndrome, and the second announcement for Download has happened. I've given everyone a bit of time to digest it themselves, and then we also had the day splits very shortly after. That was weird, it was nice, it was cool, it was nice that we got a lot of information at once. The theme of Download this year definitely does feel like letting people down and it not being as good as it could be. It's a weird one. So let's have a look at what was announced, what was removed, because one band was, and have a general feel of what's going on here. Firstly, that removed band, Filter, are no longer on the lineup. No announcement has been made, no one's come out and said anything. They've just been removed from the poster. Bit weird. I'm sure some people will be disappointed by that, as I'm sure they're disappointed by the lineup in general. So let's have a look at who's actually been added to it. We've got Rise Against, Shinedown, Opeth, Kids in Glass Houses, Palais Royale, AWOL Nation, Bastardane, Cattle Decapitation, Crossfaith, Dirty Honey, Elliot Minor, Hatebreed, Mothica, Municipal Waste, Miles Kennedy, Neckbreaker, Power Trip, President, who we still don't know who they are, Smash Into Pieces, Twin Atlantic, Unpeople, and Zetra. 22 bands added, one removed. It's not awful. Most people, general consensus across all the social medias has been they've got a few. You've got a few extra. I've got 2 extra that I give a shit about. And I suppose a lot to look into. I still don't think this year is a bad year for Download. I just think they're trying to please too many people at once. Which is fine. They're trying to make money, they're trying to draw in a new audience. It is what it is. So let's have a look at the day splits now, because it's actually starting to get interesting here, where you can figure out where your possible clashes are and what you're going to be doing for the day. So Friday on the main stage, we knew it was going to be Green Day headlining. They are subbed by Weezer, Jimmy Eat World, Rise Against, Boston Manor, CKY and Sin. That's fine, that is a solid main stage for the first day of it, and I can see no problems there. It's when you start to add in further down the stages what you've got, who's on offer, clashes start to become a legitimate issue. It seems like a lot of people are going to be dashing to and from main stage a lot of that day. Within Temptation are headlining the second stage. Under them we have Opeth, Miles Kennedy, Starset, North Lane, Dirty Honey and The Scratch. That would be a solid main stage at a slightly smaller scale festival. That's great. But you've got to think where these people are going to be jumping to and from to see those main stage acts. Down on Avalanche we have McFly headlining, Elliot Minor, Crossfaith, Trophy Eyes, Bad News, The Meths, Unpeople, Dead Pony and Karen Dio. And this is where the first issue crops up for me. I haven't seen Crossfaith since I saw them touring with Skindred. I saw them at Norwich, and that's when I learned I am not fucking young enough or fit enough to be doing a circle pit anymore. I think I went down 3 fucking times, and then I spent the rest of the night sort of in the loo, puking my guts up. Some crackhead bitch thought I was on coke. No, I'm just fat and out of shape. Down on the Dogtooth we have Apocalyptica headlining, which is fucking fantastic. Ivor, Alcest, Vola, Svalbard, Windhand, Graphic Nature, Riding the Low, Gore, Battlesnake and The Haunt. Very heavy bands for the heavy stage. Fucking brilliant. But, again, if you have any interest in something that's slightly more mainstream, you're going to be dashing about, and that's going to be shit. Day 2, headlining, we have Sleep Token. Under them we have Shinedown, Don Broco, Palais Royale, Poppy, Hatebreed, Loathe and Static Dress opening the stage. That is, again, a fucking solid stage. It seems a lot of the attention has been put on making these main stages the main focus of it. And they're brilliant, but it means you're running around. On the Opus stage, the Sex Pistols are headlining it, which is fucking amazing for them. Underneath them we have The Darkness, Eagles of Death Metal, Polaris, AWOL Nation, Currents, Kim Dracula and Sophie Lloyd opening it. Brilliant stage. It's, again, what should be a main stage, but slightly alternative. And again, it would be a brilliant main stage for a slightly smaller festival. I have no arguments with it, but Kim Dracula's the first sign here that I'm going to start running around. On the Avalanche stage, we have Dayseeker headlining, and underneath them we have Mallory Knox, Twin Atlantic, Smash Into Pieces, Mothica, Lolo, Split Chain, Venus Girls, and Rex. Solid acts. Have no issue with any of them. It's again. It seems again like they're trying to modernise the stage, which is brilliant for what they're doing, and it's going to draw more eyes on the festival, but it does mean running around like a twat if you have any interest in these acts. Headlining the Dogtooth stage, we have my local boys, my 4 Foot Wonder, Cradle of Filth. Underneath them we have Silosis, Kitty, Anal Natcraft, The Funeral Portrait, Teen Mortgage, Holy Wars, Underside, Zetra, Bastardane, Lastel, and opening the stage we have RTO. You can really see now these days are, if you have any varied taste in music, you are running about. Unless of course you're in the Sleep Token cult, then you're just going to be a barrier hanger all day. The biggest issue for a lot of people is going to be getting confused between Poppy on the Saturday and thinking it's Spirit Box on the Sunday. My main issue is on the Opus stage we have The Darkness subbing into Sex Pistols, but Cradle of Filth is in the Dogtooth. Yeah, it's going to be a weird one. There's a lot of the undercard there I've still got to check out, but I'm gonna be rushing. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really tiring, and I am fat and out of shape, and this is not going to end well for me. So expect comedy and pain on that vlog. Now, on the Sunday, that obviously means, Korn are headlining. We knew that, they were in the right order when the first announcement was made. It is what it is. So underneath them, we have Bullet from a Valentine, Spirit Box, Meshuggah, Ginger, Power Trip, Bleed From Within, and opening the stage is Orbit Culture. Solid fucking stage. These main stages are just that. They are somewhere that you could sit all day and you would have something. A lot of it seems to be mass appeal, and a lot of it appeals to me, so I'm not going to whinge about it. It is what it is. Sounds great. And meh. Now, on the Opus stage, headlining we have Steel Panther. Underneath them, we have Lorna Shore, Airborne, Jerry Cantrell, Alien Ant Farm, who have been kept as far fucking away from CKY as possible. Municipal Waste, The Ghost Inside, Nothing More, 7 Hours After Violet, and opening that stage we have the Southern River Band. Can't argue. Again, like I said for the last two, it is a solid stage that would be a main stage at a smaller festival. It's the main stage, but a little bit different. It's great. I've got no issues with that. Yeah. On the Avalanche stage, we have headlining Kids in Glass Houses, which I didn't think they'd actually headline there. I thought they would have been second or main quite high up due to how many people love them. I'm not a massive fan of them myself, but hey. Underneath them, we have a band that I am a massive fan of, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, Turbo Negro, Dead Poets Society, House of Protection, Spiritual Cramp, Amira
Elfaki,
Arrows in Action, and opening the stage we have Harpy. Solid stage for the Avalanche, can't complain. Again, it is bringing newer bands in. They've sort of got the legacy acts there as Me First and Gimme Gimmes subbing for main, which is fine, it's fine, because it means I have one less issue that day. Because down on the Dogtooth, Sixth are headlining. That is my need to see band this year. I have not seen them in what feels like 15, possibly 20 years. I need to go see them. I've probably seen them slightly more recently than that, but it feels like it. And underneath them we have Whitechapel, Fit for an Autopsy, Cat Decapitation, Novelists, Unprocessed, President, Vows, Survive Said the Prophet, Vower, Faytooth, Archers, and Neckbreaker. Solid heavy stage, cannot complain with it. Cannot complain about it at all. It's decent for what it is. It's the clashes that are going to be the issue with this one, because everyone seems to have an interest in something on all these other stages, and you're going to have to figure out where you're going to run. Obviously, Clash Finder right now will just be a mess. It will not be accurate. It will be as close to as possible, due to they gather the old information and try and stagger it that way. But someone always comes in and just goes, no, it's going to be these times, I'm right. Because there's always one neckbeard that ruins it for everyone else. My biggest issue that day is going from me first in the Gimme Gimmes over to 6th, and if I'm lucky, I walk out to Khorne starting. It's going to suck that I'm not going to be down the front for Khorne this time, but it is what it is. It really does feel like they have done the best they can to give enough variety for each day, but as many people have said, the Friday and the Sunday are the stacked ones. The slightly more chill day in between, when everyone's just going to get wrecked and listen to Sleep Token, and the cult's going to be the cult down front. I'm convinced it's done on purpose. It has to be on purpose. They have to have figured out, I suppose, similar to wrestling booking. Opening match has to drag people in, closing match has to leave you happy and on that high. The bit in between, you need that recovery day. So it's peaks and troughs, peaks and troughs. See what happens. I genuinely think they've done the best they can with what they've got. I see a lot of clashes for a lot of different people. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It is a festival, we do not control it. If you do have the money to start your own festival and think you can do better, please give it a shot. I'll come along, I'll film the chaos, and we'll see what happens. So, let me know, where do you think your clashes are? How do you think they've done with this? I don't think we're going to get many more acts, maybe 2 or 3 chucked in, if that. But it is what it is. This is download this shit. I might take next year off. I don't want to be a whinging prick about it. See you in the fields, I suppose.